All right, guys, I'm gonna show you how to do this Dodge Viper build here. And this is to count how much confidence I got in this car, guys. Really ain't got a shit ton of money. I keep it leveled off because I'm always buying cars. But we've done made millions. But anyways, we're just gonna buy another Viper and build it straight from scratch so you can actually see that this works. We're gonna build this car and we're gonna take it directly into the race and use it for farming. I'm already in my regular Viper I use, but go over here to Brand Central, guys. Pick American. Go over here to Dodge. Showroom. They got 3 Vipers to choose from here, guys. These two don't do too bad. You can get some use out of them. They might work. I really haven't had the best of luck with them, unlike this one over here. This is the one you really want to get, guys. It does exceed the PP limit as it sits right now at 603.41, but not really a big deal because you can really downgrade this car by simply changing the tires. We're going to change them to Comfort Soft from Sports Hard, which will reduce the PP level down to like 527, which will allow us to put the high output ratio transmission, throw us a clutch on here, add some weight reduction, sports brakes, sports suspension, things like that. But you absolutely do not want to touch the engine on this car. Do not add any performance parts whatsoever towards the engine, because what it'll do is it will mess up the fuel economy that this car has. What makes this car real ideal for this course, you guys, is that long stretch and riding and slingshotting around these hairpin curves. This particular car, you can get upwards to about 202, 203 on the end of the stretch. Plus, you can get 6 laps in it before you even have to fuel it. Don't got to change the tires, anything. All you got to do is get gas, which gives you the upper hand in this race. Now, usually when the race first starts, it's a little tricky, guys, because the first 2 laps, the track is wet, and this car is a nightmare on a wet track. So you really got to be careful those first couple laps. Don't let them get too far ahead of you. If you can get in front of that NSX Acura before you got a pit, you're doing all right, and you're guaranteed going to win that race for sure, not even having to worry about it. All right, so go ahead and buy this on up, guys. Get on in it. Come back out here to the tuning shop. Right here. Go to the Comfort Medium and purchase. As you can see, no, I was mistaken. It lowers it down to 554, but right on. We're good to go. Next, you want to come over here and get this close ratio transmission high. Sports clutch and flywheel. Double check, make sure you haven't exceeded your PP level where it's still 556, so we can add a few more things. Now, like I said, guys, you do not want to add any engine tunes to this. You can add sports brakes, you can add the suspension, we can weight reduce the car, but do not add any engine parts to this vehicle. So, weight reduction, go ahead and purchase that. Get us some brakes, some pads in. All right, I think about does it, guys. This Viper is ready. And go ahead and put the rear differential on there, whatever, guys. Really, brakes and suspension really aren't even important for this thing because we're just going to be riding it all the way around the wall, guys. There's only one curve on this track that you actually need brakes for. But this car is actually ready, guys, and we're still under the 600 pp limit. We're here at Tokyo Expressway. Looking for the touring car 500. It's in the Asia Oceania, whatever. All right, so World Touring Car 600, 550K, 800K if with the clean race bonus. Like I said, guys, what gives you the edge in this car is its top end speed. Its top end speed as well as its fuel economy. We only have to hit the pits till lap 6. Now, like I said, these first 2 laps are really just treacherous, you guys, especially in this car, because it's squirrely in the ass end. Rear-wheel drive with high horsepower, so it's going to be squirrely. Now, we're not going to race right on this. That's not what we're doing here. We're farming. So instead of run that slingshot, the computer cars are going to play it safe, guys. They're going to all slow down like they're supposed to do. They can pretty much do this around this whole course. One turn you really can't do it on is that last hairpin before the straight. You have to stop on that or you're going to slam right into a wall. Ride them walls, don't even matter. This car is different. Doesn't even matter that he got in front of us. As long as we can get back in front of this car that's in front of us before we go into the pits, guys, you got this race in the bag. Just by doing this, crashing in the wall and riding it around. Like I said, these first 2 laps are tricky because the track is real wet. So on this next hairpin here, we got to brake really, really early to avoid sliding into that wall. Even dry, this hairpin is a bit treacherous for this car. But wet, absolute nightmare. But we're still jamming, still in third. Like I said, as long as we can get up in the first place before we got to go into the pits, you're doing way all right. You're definitely going to win the race. But you don't even got to try on this race, guys. Just pretty much holding the gas pedal. Hit the brakes once. And these cars just cannot match this car's top speed. 202, 203 in the straight. And then we're taking these hairpins doing 150. Well, they're dropping down to what? 50, 60 miles an hour to get around them. We'll get closer and closer to these cars with every lap going around that hairpin like that. Ultimately getting in front of them and staying in front of them because you'll just be gaining and gaining and gaining from there on out. Now the fuel economy is great because we can get 6 laps in this car before we got to pit. Which the car in front of us will actually pit a lap before we do. But there's a red Nissan Skyline that's in here that can actually go to 7 laps forward has to pit. But you'll get back in front of him as soon as he pits because you're going to be right on his ass, which will put you back in first place for the duration of the race, securing your win. I hope I didn't mess up our clean race bonus. I think I touched him enough. Oh well, still gonna come out with 500K, so still a good purse for the time it takes to complete it. And this is normal, guys. You're not gonna be up in front on the first lap. It's gonna be into the third and fourth lap where you actually ultimately get out in front when the track starts drying up. And this car can actually start grabbing it. Then you start gaining and pulling away from. Lap 3, yeah, we're starting to dry up. It still got some little wet patches, but we're gonna do nothing but gain from here on out. We're talking zero effort here, guys. Zero effort. The only spot you gotta actually try on is that last hairpin. Everything else you can just ride the wall. Just slingshot it. Farm the shit out of it. Now we should get in front of that NSX at this next hairpin. Gonna slingshot right around him. Should shoot us right up in the first. Like I said, we're not gonna even need to pit till lap 6. So we'll get a commanding lead before we even gotta do that. Now, when you go in the pit, you might end up in second, third, fourth, maybe all the way back into sixth. But not to worry, because on the following lap, all them fuel-saving cars are going to have to take a pit too, which will put you right back in first place, guys. The math is sound. Yeah, this last curve back here, guys, is your worst one. It can get you in a pretty terrible predicament if you don't negotiate it well. You spin out in it, end up crashing out. It can be quite treacherous. So the best thing to do is just take it as correctly as possible, unlike I just did right there. You know, we're still not worried though. Because this car just gains and gains and gains, guys. It just pulls, gaps them like it ain't nothing. They just can't match the speed. That 202, 203, you guys. That's why like a lot of those engine swap cars work real good for these races, guys, because these cars just cannot handle that high output. And if you put that in a junky car, you know what I mean, you're liable to not exceed the 600 pp, which will allow you to manipulate this particular race. But if you don't want to try it all, I'm telling you, this Viper, it'll ride the wall and you just jump right off it and go. Slingshot. I'm pretty sure this NSX will probably pit on this lap. That red Skyline behind me is the fuel saver. It can actually go 7 laps before it has to refuel. Yeah, that dude right there. Yep, knew it. The NSX in the pit. And we'll be pitting on our next lap, which that Skyline in front of us won't, but he'll pit on the following lap, which will allow us to catch him, so not a big deal. We got this race in the bag. But he's going to have to go in the pit. We're going to come back on him. We're going to overtake him. We're going to get back out in front. And that's where we will stay for the rest of the race. Zero effort. When we pit, we only got to get fuel. We don't need tires. It's comfort mediums will last the whole race. Looks like he's gonna go in too, right on. Remember, no tires, just fuel up and go. All them cars that are passing us, not gonna matter because they're gonna go in the pits on the next lap, and you're gonna pass every single one of them. That's it. It's done. We're done, guys. This race is ours. Don't even matter. Even that NSX, it's got a lap or it's got a pit every 5 laps, so it's gonna have to pit again anyway. Even if I can't get back in front of them, but we're gonna slingshot right around them, so it don't even matter. And all these other cars that are in front of us, they're all gonna pit on the next lap. On this lap. Yep, all of them went in like clockwork. See ya. So what's funny is, guys, it's like if you like try to run the race right with this car, it really is hard to beat these guys. It's hard to beat this race running this car correctly, braking properly and all that. Really kind of funny. And yeah, after you get ahead of them, you hit that hairpin, that slingshot. You gain more distance on them every time because the computer cars play it safe, guys. They don't try to take that corner doing 180. Unless we severely mess up, they'll never catch us. But 9 times out of 10, where you will severely mess up, if you severely mess up, is that last hairpin turn. Spin out, crash out, whatever. Brake too late. When it's dry, I usually start braking at the 200 marker, this little sign that's up here. Right. Brake. But when it's wet, even further back, about when I come out of the curve. Looks like somebody was hating. They do try hard though, but you know, they just can't overpower the Viper. Yeah, it's just so funny because it's like one of the cheaper supercars in the game, you know. Like day one stuff, you know. Viper's always been an awesome car in the Gran Turismo series. Since 1 till now. Look at that precision crashing. You know what I mean? You can't get good racing like this, guys. But this is how you farm, though. And there really is no other track in this game you can do this on, you guys. This Tokyo Expressway is unique in its own way. Just because you can literally slingshot around this whole track. You can pretty much AFK the whole track, other than that last hairpin. Pretty funny. No other track in this game is like this. Now, it might have a section you can take advantage of like that, but 90% of the track, not likely. Oh yeah, enjoy it while it lasts. So we about to gap you. See ya again. Yeah, Polyphony has actually done something to this race, guys. Nerfed it up a little bit to make this Viper a little less effective, but you can still dominate it without even trying. Got to distinctly remember this Viper being able to go 7 laps before you had to pit. Now it has to go 6. But the high-end capacity on this car it can't be matched. As well as reducing time taking cornering by just slingshotting through the corners instead of actually braking and driving right. Yeah, definitely want to be careful when hitting that corner and braking with this Viper. This bitch has got a fat ass, I'm telling you. That's really the only spot on the race you got to even try on. Everything else, just hit the gas and go. One more lap, we'll go ahead and collect our 500K. Smashing dicks in the Dodge Viper. I'm a fucking gingerbread man, son. A fucking unicorn, fable creature, can't be caught. Yep, this car just paid for itself, guys, and turned me a profit. Dodge Viper, I'm here to tell you. Got him. There you have it, ladies and germs. Cash Money Viper. Make millions.